Welcome to Dear Cat, a quick Q&A where I share my perspectives and experiences in response to your questions on grief. Here we go. Dear Cat, my twin sister was killed 4 years ago in a car accident. We were really close and I miss her so much. I've gone to the cemetery twice a year, every year on her birthday and anniversary. But honestly, it's so upsetting when I go that it takes me days to snap out of it. It's coming up again next week, and I'm already having anxiety about it. Do you ever feel this way, and does it ever get easier? Signed, Janice. Dear Janice, I love this question because it's something no one ever talks about because of the guilt and shame we feel around it. I personally struggled with this for years, so no, you're not alone on this one. Over time, it might get easier, but there's actually another option that I'm pretty sure you haven't considered at all. If it triggers and intensifies your pain, what if you don't go this time? Okay, so I know what you're thinking right now. What? I couldn't possibly do that and disrespect my sister this way. But the question is not whether or not to disrespect your sister. The answer to that question is obviously no. The real question here is, will this actually disrespect your sister if you don't go? Some people have loved ones at home in an urn, and visiting a cemetery is not even part of the equation for them. Does that mean they don't love or honor them? Paying your respects at a cemetery is a tradition that can be meaningful for a lot of people, but it's certainly not the only way to honor and remember them. You could stay home and light a candle and say a prayer. Or you could buy fragrant flowers and put them on the table, and every time you see or smell them, think a beautiful thought about her. You could write her a letter, or take a long walk on the beach or through the park and have a loving conversation with her. You could make a new tradition to honor her. The whole purpose of going to the cemetery is to remember them, but you don't have to choose the most painful way that for you is such a potent reminder of her death. I personally chose the road less traveled here and ended my obligation to go. I still do go occasionally, but only when and if I want to, not because I have to. Now, believe me, this was not an easy or flippant decision for me, because I thought to myself, what kind of mother would I be if I didn't even visit my own daughter's grave? But eventually it occurred to me, what kind of mother would I be to whom? The outside world? To me? To my daughter? Who was I trying to please or convince by forcing myself to honor this tradition that made me so sad? Since no one but me ever knew I went, it wasn't the outside world. Since it broke my heart, it sure wasn't for me. And since I didn't believe that my daughter would want me to feel so tortured over this painful reminder of her tragic death, I don't think it was for her either. The 18 years that I loved and cared for her with all my heart defined our relationship, not how many trips I made to the cemetery. Likewise, I believe the relationship and great love you had for your sister when she was alive is the greatest expression of your love for her. Nothing you do or don't do now can ever change or diminish that. Grief calls us to release and let go. Not always just for our loved ones, though. Sometimes to let go of our own narrow thinking. I see no reason not to choose a new way to honor her that focuses on her life and brings you joy, whatever that looks like for you. Hope that helps. Love, Catherine. If you enjoy this quick Q&A, like and subscribe because I answer several a week and would like to answer yours too. Leave your questions in the comments below or email them to me at angelmomclub@gmail.com.